Hello everyone and welcome back to our channel. Today, we're journeying to San Jose, California, to unravel the enigma of one of America's most bizarre and spooky mansions, the Winchester Mystery House. Imagine a house so strange, so labyrinthine, that even its owner needed a map to navigate it. This isn't a work of fiction. It's a real place, and its story is even weirder than its architecture. So, grab your flashlight, and let's step inside. The story begins with a woman named Sarah Winchester. You might recognize the name Winchester, yes, as in the Winchester rifle, the gun that won the West. Sarah was the widow of William Wirt Winchester, the heir to the massive Winchester Repeating Arms Company fortune. After her husband's tragically early death from tuberculosis in 1881, Sarah inherited an immense fortune, equivalent to over $500 million today. But this wealth brought her no peace. Instead, it marked the beginning of a story steeped in grief, superstition, and relentless construction. Devastated by the loss of her infant daughter years earlier and now her husband, Sarah sought answers. Legend has it she consulted a psychic in Boston. The medium delivered a chilling message. The Winchester family was cursed. The spirits of all the people killed by Winchester rifles were restless and angry, and they were haunting her. The psychic's advice was equally strange. To appease these vengeful ghosts, Sarah had to move west and start building a house. But here's the catch. She could never, ever stop building. As long as the hammers were ringing, her life would be spared. Taking this cryptic warning to heart, Sarah packed her bags and headed to the Santa Clara Valley in California. In 1884, she purchased an unassuming 8-room farmhouse. This small cottage would soon become the canvas for one of the most ambitious and eccentric construction projects in history. For the next 38 years, without interruption, construction on the house continued 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, 365 days a year. The sound of hammers and saws only fell silent on the day Sarah Winchester died in September 1922. So, what exactly did 38 years of non-stop building create? The result is a sprawling, chaotic mansion that defies all architectural logic. The Winchester Mystery House is a colossal maze. At its peak, it boasted an estimated 500 to 600 rooms, though today, the official count stands at around 160. Think about that. 160 rooms. The house also has 47 fireplaces, over 10,000 windows, and around 2,000 doors. But it's not the numbers that are so mind-boggling. It's the design itself. One of the most fascinating aspects of the house is that there was no master plan, no blueprint, and no architect. Sarah Winchester was her own architect, allegedly receiving her building instructions during nightly seances in a special room. Every morning, she would hand deliver new, often hand-drawn, sketches to her foreman, and the crew would get to work. This spontaneous, spirit-guided approach resulted in a jumble of architectural oddities. It seemed designed to confuse not just visitors, but perhaps the spirits themselves. Let's walk through some of these bizarre features. You'll find staircases that lead directly into the ceiling, doors that opened onto solid walls, a second-story door that opens to a straight drop to the garden below, earning it the name the door to nowhere. There are tiny doors, massive doors, and doors within doors. You'll find cabinets that are less than an inch deep, hallways that twist and turn into dead ends, windows that look into other rooms. There's even a famous staircase called the Switchback Staircase, which has 7 flights and 44 steps but only rises about 9 feet, with each step being only 2 inches high. It's said Sarah, who suffered from severe arthritis, had this built for her ease of movement. The number 13 also appears frequently throughout the house. There are 13 bathrooms, with the 13th having 13 windows. Many windows have 13 panes of glass, and there are 13 hooks in the seance room. There are even 13 drain holes in a custom-made sink. Coincidence? Or was this part of Sarah's obsession with the supernatural? It seems every corner of the house was designed with a purpose, even if that purpose is completely nonsensical to us. The prevailing theory is that all this architectural chaos was intentional. Sarah was trying to create a puzzle, a spiritual labyrinth, to confuse the ghosts she believed were hunting her. The dead-end corridors and trick staircases were meant to trap spirits, preventing them from finding her. She reportedly slept in a different bedroom every night to further elude any entities that might have found their way in. The constant construction noise was also believed to drive away evil spirits, beyond the ghost trapping theory. Some historians offer a more grounded explanation. They suggest Sarah was a brilliant but eccentric woman with a passion for architecture and design. The constant building was a hobby, a way to keep her mind occupied and provide jobs for local craftsmen. She was known to be a generous employer, paying well above the standard wage. Some of the innovations in the house, like its modern heating system, indoor plumbing, and even elevators, were cutting edge for the time. Perhaps she was simply an amateur architect with a limitless budget, experimenting with ideas as they came to her. However, the haunted reputation of the Winchester Mystery House is impossible to ignore. It is consistently ranked as one of the most haunted places in the United States, and visitors and staff alike have reported countless paranormal experiences. People claim to hear footsteps in empty hallways, see doorknobs turn on their own, and feel sudden, unexplained cold spots. Shadowy figures are said to dart across rooms, and disembodied voices are heard whispering when no one is there. One of the most frequently reported apparitions is that of a man with a mustache, thought to be a former carpenter, still working on the house from beyond the grave. Whether you believe in ghosts or not, there's no denying the house has a powerful, eerie atmosphere. Walking through its winding corridors, you can't help but feel a sense of disorientation and wonder. You start to question the purpose behind every strange detail. Was Sarah Winchester a tormented soul, held captive by superstition? Or was she a misunderstood architectural pioneer, a philanthropist creating her own unique masterpiece? Maybe the truth lies somewhere in between. She was a woman who had experienced immense tragedy and found a unique way to cope. The house became her life's work, a physical manifestation of her inner world. It's a monument to grief, obsession, and perhaps a clever way to keep her fortune in circulation and support a community. When Sarah died in her sleep at the age of 82, all construction immediately stopped. Workers literally dropped their tools and left, with some nails only half hammered into the wood. The house she had spent a lifetime building was left unfinished, a permanent testament to her 38-year-long project. Today, the Winchester Mystery House is open to the public, inviting us to step into Sarah's world and try to solve the puzzle she left behind. It remains one of the most compelling and mysterious landmarks in America. A house built by a fortune from guns, designed to confuse ghosts, and filled with more questions than answers. What do you think? Was Sarah truly haunted? Or was she just an eccentric visionary? Let me know your theories in the comments below. Thanks so much for joining me on this tour of the Winchester Mystery House. If you enjoyed this dive into the strange and unexplained, be sure to hit that like button and subscribe to the channel for more mysterious adventures. Until next time, stay curious.